Yeah, my shoulder messed up, everyone. So don't tell Canelo. It may be the right, maybe the left, but it's both of them. I'm having problems with my shoulders.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds.
Is it something to worry about? Yes. Can it affect the fight? Absolutely. I just said how.
The boxing world has been shaken to its core. Just days before the long-awaited clash between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, shocking reports claim Crawford has suffered a major injury. What was supposed to be one of the biggest nights in boxing history now hangs in the balance. Fans are divided. Analysts are scrambling. Fighters themselves are questioning if this fight will even happen. And the whispers are growing louder. Could this injury change everything we thought we knew about the outcome?
But word on the street is that Bud Crawford has hurt his shoulder or re-injured a shoulder that had been surgically repaired.
Former world champion turned analyst Tim Bradley wasted no time delivering his verdict. Known for speaking raw and unfiltered, Bradley lit the fuse. He accused Crawford of looking for excuses, suggesting that true champions fight through pain, no matter what. To Bradley, the timing feels suspicious. He questioned whether Crawford is already searching for an escape hatch before facing the most dangerous challenge of his career. His words didn't just spark debate, they poured gasoline on a fire already burning out of control.
Crawford 100%. Crawford is 100%. If he ain't 100%, he 90%. He's still gonna fight. He's still gonna fight. That's just what it is. Forget that shoulder. Bro, this is what we signed up for. This is part of being a fighter. That's what it's part of. This is what you wanted. This is what you got. This is what comes with it. That's it. Stop making excuses. No team. Winner takes all on this one.
Oscar De La Hoya himself, a boxing legend, took a different angle. He reminded fans that Crawford is moving up in weight, stepping into the territory of a seasoned super middleweight. And not just any super middleweight Canelo Alvarez, a man built for this division. De La Hoya admitted Crawford's skill set is elite as footwork, his IQ, his timing, but against Canelo's raw strength, size, and relentless pressure, De La Hoya doubts that will be enough. He predicts Canelo grinding Crawford down, round by round, until the fight ends by decision, or something far more brutal.
Do you feel that Terence has a shot in beating Canelo Alvarez?
When I watched Terence Crawford get rattled and rocked by Yorkis Gamboa, who's a natural 30-pounder, it's going to be a huge problem when he gets hit by Canelo, who's a natural 175. So he fights at 175. He's fighting these big monsters. Yeah. He's not getting rattled at all.
No.
Berlanga's a big kid.
Yeah.
So it makes me think, I mean, how is Crawford going to keep him away for 12 rounds? Canelo's going to come at him hard. Right. But then again, I think about Crawford's abilities and his IQ and his footwork.
Boy Anthony, Executive Club, getting a fresh haircut. But just want to talk about Canelo Crawford is coming up this weekend, and everybody's excited. Here in Vegas, the electricity is in the air. So, look, even though these guys are, combined almost 80 years old, it should be a good fight. And let me tell you why. Crawford is coming up 2 weight classes, and he's coming off a year's layoff. So that's a huge advantage for Canelo. If Canelo forces his will on him, he'll probably be 190 pounds inside the ring on fight night. I give him a great shot in the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th round to knock out Crawford. If he doesn't do that, then Crawford is going to box his ears off. It might be another Mayweather versus Canelo. Remember when Mayweather was just schooling him and making him look silly? That can happen again this Saturday. So everything has to be perfect for Crawford. He has to use his footwork. He has to use his speed, his combinations, his ring IQ. He has to stay disciplined. And Canelo, all he has to do is take Crawford's punches. But he cannot be comfortable inside the ring.
But not everyone is convinced the injury talk is real. Popular commentator Showbiz the Adult addressed the storm head-on. He reminded fans that these rumors always surface before blockbuster fights. Sometimes they're smoke, sometimes they're planted seeds of doubt. Showbiz didn't deny that Crawford might be dealing with aches and pains, especially moving up in weight at this stage of his career. But he urged caution. No hard evidence exists yet, and until it does, he says, the fight remains very much alive.
From this side of my mouth, is it something to worry about? Yes. Can it affect the fight? Absolutely. I just said how, right? Absolutely it can, especially when you're packing on extra muscle, your shoulders get heavy anyway. When your shoulders are overdeveloped and you packing muscle on, and if you have a shoulder injury, it would affect you. Okay. I mean, I'm one of those people. It is what it is. I say it all the time, bro. It is what it is. All right. These are human beings. They're real people. If you have an injury, it will affect you 100%. These aren't robots. This ain't a damn cartoon. It's not a movie. It's real life. All right. A lot of you guys got issues now physically. You throw you in a ring, you'll be like, yo, my back was killing me. You know what I'm saying? But with that said,
Sean Porter, a man who's been inside the ring with Crawford, offered a more personal warning. He knows firsthand how sharp Crawford is, how mentally locked in he can be. But Porter couldn't ignore the danger of Canelo's natural size and power. He painted a chilling picture, 12 rounds of Canelo's punches crashing into Crawford's frame. He fears that the accumulation could break even a fighter as tough as Crawford. Respect filled his voice, but so did concern.
The others say, like, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Like, once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he's still got that kind of steam. But, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo have, and how we find how they even out and who trumps one another. You know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and we see how that panned out. You know what I mean? So.
And then came Crawford's response. Composed, defiant. At a press event in Las Vegas, he dismissed the rumors with a smirk. Injury, out of shape, slowing down. Crawford moved his arms with ease, showing the cameras there was nothing wrong. He called it all fabricated drama, the kind of noise meant to distract him. To him, this is simple, the biggest fight of his career, and he's going in at full strength, nothing less.
There's rumors that you've got a shoulder injury. Do you have a shoulder injury, or is that just rubbish?
Where I got a shoulder injury, I don't know. I think people coming up with their own, antics. Terence Crawford got a shoulder injury, Terence Crawford out of shape, Terence Crawford slow, Terence Crawford. Yeah, they coming up with all kinds of stuff.
Are you feeling a difference in power now you've moved up and you're at your natural weight?
Of course. Power is definitely what I'm coming with. So that's not any worries that I ever had.
Crawford's jabs don't even miss. Canelo's punches come like a brick. Both got a bag full of tricks. They must eat their way to Bix. Don't come at me, you'll get this. You lanky streak of piss. Don't call you broke, you sis. Go chill and watch Netflix cause the big guns in a mix.
Still, the skeptics won't let go. A photo has been circulating online, one that appears to show swelling near Crawford's shoulder. Critics insist the picture tells a story that Crawford refuses to admit. They argue he's hiding the truth, trying not to hand Canelo a tactical advantage. Others point to his age 37, his layoff over a year. Recovery doesn't come easy at that stage, and for them, even the smallest sign of weakness could prove disastrous under the lights.
Totally debunked this shit. He said that he has no shoulder injury, but at the same time, bro, you can't expect Terence Crawford to come out here right before the fight, if he is injured, that is, and say like, no, yeah, my shoulder is injured. Of course he's not gonna do that shit, right? So he has to deny it. So Terence Crawford denying that he has a shoulder injury, it doesn't really mean shit to me. But how true this is, we're gonna hear the truth about this shoulder injury after the fight. This is probably when, if Terence Crawford loses, you're probably gonna hear like, yeah, my shoulder was injured, this and that, just the list of excuses, it just keeps piling up with this guy, or not with him. I'm not saying Terence Crawford is using these excuses.
Crawford isn't just brushing off the injury talk, he's firing back at those questioning his legacy. With steely confidence, he points to his resume: undefeated, multiple world titles, and a masterclass victory over Errol Spence Jr. to him. That speaks louder than any rumor. He rejects the narrative that moving up in weight discredits him. Instead, he insists his career proves one thing when the pressure is highest. Terence Crawford rises.
But, some people say that you've not faced the level of power and precision to the body that Canelo brings, that he's different. Do you think he brings anything different to the table that you haven't seen?
Well, they always say that, They say that with Spence. He's the body snatcher. He's going to break my ribs and so forth. We shall see.
How do you want people to remember this performance when it's all said and over? What's the headline the next day?
Listen, they gonna come up with their own analogy, you know? All I know is they're gonna be saying Terence Crawford was spectacular September 13th.
Then came the photos that shocked the boxing world. Crawford, transformed, bulked up, chiseled, a fighter who once dominated welterweight, now walking into camp as a full-fledged super middleweight. Fans stared in disbelief. Could this new version of Crawford be even more dangerous? Or had he gone too far, too fast?
Hi again, Coach. They say that Crawford got injured, and then is that true? What people are saying that? 100%. He's ready for the fight for this Saturday. 100%. You gotta say that in the news, right? In the news. You got it. Thank you very much.
Canelo, what did you think about the picture of Crawford? And he's looking pretty muscular. What do you think about that?
I think it's good because we see he prepared himself really well, and you expect a really good fight. So,
thank you.
But here's the twist. Despite the added size, Crawford hasn't sacrificed his trademark sharpness. His conditioning remains lean, his speed intact, his footwork as fluid as ever. Analysts call it the most imposing version of Crawford we've ever seen. Stronger, faster, hungrier, a predator built for the biggest fight of his life.
It's been good. It's been good. And this is the biggest fight in the last 10 years.
What do you make of Terence Crawford's shape? He posted that photo with the six-pack. How do you think he's handling the weight?
This is the fight, the biggest fight for them, and they will be ready 100%, both of them.
Thank you very much.
Across the ring, the questions fall on Canelo Alvarez. Critics whisper that he hasn't looked the same. Less punch output, less urgency. Some say his hands once wrecking balls have been dulled by past injuries. Others believe time itself is chipping away at the great Mexican champion. Canelo still has the experience, the craft, the ring IQ. But does he still have the firepower to finish a fighter like Crawford?
Right now. But you guys got to keep this in mind, right? To everybody that's out here saying like, oh no, Bud is looking bigger than Canelo and this and that, right? You guys got to keep in mind that Canelo is doing his usual weight cut. Canelo, did you guys see the footage of Canelo arriving on his private jet and where he got off of the stairs and shit, right? And he looked like he was kind of drunk. He looked like he was kind of drunk, like he looked kind of crackheaded-ish, right?
We are already here in Vegas, ready for Saturday, September 13th. Thanks, Riyadh Season and Turkey Al-Ashir. We're ready.
He looked off, but then I really paid attention, and that's because he's cutting weight, bro. Canelo looks like that because he's cutting weight. I'm not gonna say he's weight drained or nothing like that, but he's struggling, bro. You could see the shit in his face and all of that. Pay close attention, bro. A lot of people are thinking that he was drunk when he got off of that plane, but I don't think it was that, bro. I just think that it's that weight cut.
Sparring partner Kenneth Sims gave fans an inside look at the storm Crawford brings. He recalled their first session. Crawford dominated from the opening bell, setting a punishing pace, reading every move, striking with precision. Sims admits he tried to push back, but Crawford was always 2 steps ahead. Even now, after countless sessions, Sims concedes the truth. Crawford still owns every round. It's not just skill, it's something deeper, something unshakable.
Did Terence Crawford beat you up in sparring? Because a lot of people have told me, even Shakur told me that Bud has beaten me up in sparring before. Like
the first time we sparred, he beat my ass.
Yo, why does this nigga do? Bud be like trying to beat up niggas for real in sparring.
Yeah, he beat my ass the first time we sparred. Nah, but that was before we went to camp together. So that was Bud, his baby mom, she from Chicago, so he come up here and he had called me whenever he come up here, be like, yo, what you doing? So this was, I was like 19, 20 years old. He called me, bro. I said, I ain't doing that. I said, you got your shit?
You know, Bud competitive. You know he gonna be.
He said, yeah. I said, come to the gym.
Right.
I did alright, but he whooped me. But I did alright.
Yeah.
But when we was in camp with for the camp with American camp, it was great work. It's like boxing. You have your days, he had his days. It's good. It's fun.
And so, the experts are split. Some believe Crawford's unbeaten record, his agility, and his razor-sharp mind will help him outmaneuver Canelo, stealing rounds until the judges raise his hand. Others argue Canelo's size, Power and pressure will drag Crawford into the deep waters, where experience rules. Many see a Warley rounds belonging to Canelo, late rounds swinging to Crawford. The outcome, balanced on a knife's edge.
Canelo. I hope Crawford beats the out of him. Really? Yeah? Now, I'll tell you like this, I mean, the weight division thing, but I hope Crawford beats the out of him.
But trust me, Crawford will figure out a way. I know a secret y'all don't know, and I ain't gonna tell you why I would pick Terence Crawford, but it's part of the secret is the reason why I'm picking him to win the fight. So
obviously Crawford's a great fighter, Canelo's a great fighter, but I just think that this has more hype around it, and we just saw them come off of some boring ass fights, and they're probably just gonna sit there and dance for 12 rounds.
Who is Canelo? What Canelo is gonna show up? The Canelo who's looking to cash a big check, or the Canelo that really wants to fight like a fighter?
At the seams, you got to pick a side. I'm going with Crawford. I'm here to support Crawford. He just signed up to do what everybody thought that he wasn't trying to be, a generational talent.
So now the question is yours. Is Terence Crawford truly injured, hiding weakness in the shadows? Or is this just smoke rumors crafted to stir chaos before the storm? One thing is certain, when the bell rings, all doubts will vanish. Drop your predictions below. Who walks out victorious, Crawford or Canelo?